Alright, what's going on, guys? It's Hack on Instagram. Make a little tutorial video for you guys. So you know how to do text scout effect. I'm just gonna let you guys know this is on a second monitor of mine, so I kind of gotta like turn off to the side. So don't like blame me if I miss my miss clickings or whatever. But yeah, I guess let's get right into it. For this tutorial, you're obviously gonna have Sapphire plugins. You need to have Sapphire. If you don't have Sapphire, then you shouldn't be editing. Definitely get Sapphire. It's very important. You're also going to need a video co-pilot effect called Saber, which is just a neat little plugin mainly for video VFX in the industry. But hey, you can keep it for this. It's always fun. So you're going to want to make a new composition. It doesn't really matter what color it is. If it's white, then I'll show you something later. You're going to want to go and make a new text layer. I'm just going to type heck. And where is it? Let's align this like that, just in the middle. You're gonna want to make sure that you have the stroke color turned off. If you do, it doesn't really matter. It's just I personally think it looks better without a stroke on, so it's just the white text. You're gonna want to make sure it's in the middle by aligning it right, and I'm just gonna make it a little bit bigger. It's easier to see. Now you're gonna go and right click new solid. Doesn't matter what color the solid is. And you type in Saber, what you downloaded before. By the way, Saber is a free plugin, don't worry about that part. Just drag and drop it on top of the white solid, and then now you got your effects over here. It's a cool plugin as is. You can do a bunch of neat stuff, but I'm not gonna show you that. You can do what you want with that, be creative. For here, you're going to want to go to core, and you're going to want to do text layer. You can also do mask and stuff, but that doesn't apply to here. Text layer, and you're going to want to select the text layer you made before, and drag it below your text layer. Now, for the preset I like to use, I like energize or electric or energize. It depends on what you're feeling. Kind of the whole, anything in here in general is good to use. I was just going to use electric for now. Obviously it doesn't look good right now. Make sure in your glow settings, not your glow settings, render settings, the composition settings is set to transparent. If it's set to black and your composition background color is set to white, you're going to run into some problems. Don't want that. It also doesn't fit well when you're trying to add it on top of other stuff, so make sure that's set to transparent so you can actually see through it. It's kind of an important thing. Haha, good joke. Now, once you're back to here, you're all good on here. You can adjust the color to whatever you want. It's going to make it a nice little purple for this, because it's a nice color. You can fight me if you disagree. You can change the glow intensity to whatever you want. You can keyframe it to make spikes in it, anything that you want to do. There's lots of cool stuff in here. Just go look around and that'll help you a lot. Obviously you can't see your text very well. You can, but not really well. You want to type in glow, s_glow. Grab this one right here, drag it on top of your clip, and then you want to go into here and just change the glow color to so it's whatever you had on here. I don't really care about being that precise. Now, as you can see, if you turn off the glow color, it's harder to see. If you leave it on, it just looks nicer. So that's basically the gist of it right now. You already have the text right here. It's pretty good as is. Now, obviously in his videos, he has it so it's like a burst of color. A couple ways you can do that. You can change the opacity on the white solid by hitting T on your keyboard. And just change this up and down, set it to 0. It's kind of like there, and that looks nice as is, but that's only because it glows on the text layer. Take that off, it's just a normal text layer. Cool. It's obviously you knew that. Oh, I just forgot I was changing the opacity. Okay, so what we can do is, say we have a beat right here, right? Shift 1 to make a marker in case you didn't know. And we want to keyframe this. Pretty easy. Zoom in a little bit, hold Alt, and then zoom in case you didn't know that either. Go on your keyframe, page up to go one keyframe forward. This makes it easy instead of having to slowly drag around. Make a keyframe right here, and then make your keyframe somewhere over here. Make another one. So if you want it to flash high, then let's say it was. Wait, hold on. I'm having a little moment for it. I really didn't prepare for this because there's like 5 people that are gonna watch it, but it's all good. So if you want it to be a low color, I don't know why I did that. Actually, you don't actually need that. Change my mind. So if you want it to flash bright, just go over here and set the opacity to 0. If you want to have it so the text is just normal too, you're gonna have to keyframe the brightness on here. Turn that down as well, and then use graph it at the same time. I personally don't care. And after here, you just want to go to the other keyframe. Make sure it's set to whatever you want it to be at. Purpose is this. Use a nice 60%. Go in your graph editor. Highlight everything. Right click. Keyframe assistant. Easy ease. Or you can be like a normal person. Press F9. Or your graph editor. There's different types of graph editors. If yours doesn't look like this, just right click. You probably have it set to edit value graph. This works too. It's kind of nice. I just prefer speed graph better. I'm gonna go and change this back to what it was before. It's all personal preference what you want to use. I will be using this. You can drag it so it's around 10%, 14%, or you can drag it all the way, but it doesn't look as good that way. So just around 10%. You can go higher, lower, whatever you want to do really. Just play around, see what looks nice. Drag this to wherever you want. I don't know, 95 is a good kind of thing. Now if you look in here, actually turn on motion blur. And actually I just realized that this isn't a small composition. You're going to want it to be like, this is way too many keyframes out. Let's just go, for example, 7 keyframes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. The flash is going to last 7 seconds. So it's going to flash to here. Cool. If you want it to be high and it flashes to low, just change this to 100%, change this to 0%, whatever percentage you want. If you want it to fade back into being, dark, then you just easy. Actually, don't easy that one. That's kind of important. If you really want it to flash, you drag that all the way, and then I'll go real quick. See. Make sure you move it on top of the keyframe if you're doing that. So, if you want to be even quicker, you just drag this keyframe even farther in, really as far as you want. Alternative method. I personally think it's harder to do, but you only need two keyframes. Go in here. Easy ease both of these. This one's set to 0. This one's set to 0. Go in here, right click, edit value. And then if you can drag this to however high you want. You're gonna have to drag it very high if you want it to actually look like anything. This doesn't look like anything right now, but you can say just set this to, I don't know, 20%. And then dragging this up. Oh, cool looking, right? This is just, the higher you drag this above here, the higher this part goes. So say I wanted it to flash to 100 and then come back down to 0. So I have to drag this even higher. There you go, caps out. And then it will come back down to 0. It doesn't really work out very well. It's kind of a pain in the ass, to be completely honest. Just use the other method if you want it to actually look good. This is just if you don't like having lots of keyframes, you like just keeping it clean. You can make this work too. But see, it's cool, whatever. It really just depends on your preference. That's really about it. I'm probably not going to be posting any more tutorials because I don't have time and I don't really feel like it. But hey, if you want to find out if I do post more tutorials, I guess just subscribe. I don't really care. Follow me on Instagram, spelled just like that. And I hope you guys have a wonderful day. I love you, no gay.